Stereo.
Attention!
Thank you for the raid, Wizworld Live.
Attention! And now we welcome to the Grand Trivia stage our great leader, our Grand Aquarium Emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Trivia Master Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension, and I mean any dimension, where the points do matter and losing will cost you everything.
Absolutely everything.
I'm Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and with me as always is intern crossover episode.
So excited to be here in this super interesting part of space, Fluval.
What's going on?
It's kind of...
Wait, what's happening?
We've crossed...
Fluval, you're not supposed to be here?
What are you talking about?
I'll go where I want.
Have you
That's
broke through the
also
4th
true.
wall?
Not
Have
the
you-
4th wall.
Crossed the streams?
Have we crossed the
You
forest?
crossed the stream.
Fluval, you realize what this has done, right?
What is this done?
What?
You've entered the Missi Information superhighway.
What?
What?
You're going to have to traverse through the highway, processing all the information that's provided along the way in order to get out of here unscathed.
Oh my god!
Well, luckily I believe in myself.
This is true. This is true.
What?
What's this? There's
What's this?
fluvals in my glass now.
Oh! What? What are you doing?
No, I'm telling you.
Why are you consuming these little fluvals?
Really good, y'all.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to express the appropriate feeling.
My rage is taking up.
I'm
It's
feeling.
auto. We do not believe that Fluval in a parole. Not quite. Sometimes Fluval
Well-
likes to cut loose and also play games.
If you're going to want me to stop consuming parts of your multidimensional matter,
I would.
Oh my!
we might have to get to the matter of
God.
trivia. But do you realize what you have done by entering here? You've created a multi-select of madness.
What?
Oh goodness!
You have broken the engine of Cuckoo itself.
Okay, so that sounded kind of express
It
what I
kind of
wanted.
worked, yeah.
I didn't expect the first part.
You all.
But what you can expect is
Right.
this
Fluval gummies. I think
This-
it's just sugar.
game of trivia.
This game of trivia, this incredible game of trivia, you're saying that we must defeat it in order to be free of the Missi Information
Yes, we
zone
shall
and
escape this zone.
heal this multiverse of madness
The gummy
situation.
fluvals are spreading.
And I'll be able to help fuel this so we can make sure we don't die down on the side of the road with plenty of hard Mountain Dew Baja Blast. The amount
What?
of alcohol in here, like our Iowa ethanol, will be able to power our vehicle through the superhighway and to all of our dreams.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, I mean, thank
And the
God.
power of CISO2 mug Guide me. From
CISO.
Alice.deals.
That's
You
powerful.
get it.
That's powerful. You get it. Alice.deals. Void's got one.
What? No, wait. Do you have
That
hard
one.
Mountain Dew or do you have CISO mugs?
I thought it was the CISO mug.
I think it was the hard Mountain Dew based on the timing.
Wow.
Hello, Gummy Bart. Hello, Gummy Potatoes. Hello, a very special.
Now, Fluval, do you want to explain what happens during a multi-selective madness?
Please tell
Yes.
us. I mean,
So-
Fluval knows, but I don't. So
The way it'll work is there are multiple correct answers, but you can only choose one.
And that's certainly not because Kahoot changed the system without informing any of us before we got
Yes.
these questions written, and
Yes.
therefore making us not bow to the knee of capitalism.
That is
and
definitely
say-
not because CISO or
Absolutely, yeah.
Kahoot has paywalled multi-selects.
it's not
Definitely
at
not.
all.
Hello, Multi-BC. Hello, Asfads and Jas. We have a pirate hamburger playing this game.
Huh.
I had a
All right.
pirate Impossible
So-
Burger earlier.
Oh, yummy. So I'm trying to find the sound to express what I feel inside. And I have found Suspense Ending, which is the one I just played for you, and Jesus, I Touch Myself. Do we want to know what Jesus, I Touch Myself is? Because I do not remember.
I mean, that is not Beautiful City, by the way. Multi-BC is not Beautiful City.
Beautiful City, are you thinking of becoming a franchise owner like our dear Horde Jedi?
Yes, well, you open a theme park
Beautiful
dedicated
City.
to all your franchises.
Beautiful City. I did not write any theme park questions in the trivia, but I wrote one for you right now. So you can answer this question before you have to go to bed. So this is my Iowa-related trivia question that I wrote on the car ride back from rehearsal when I saw you write that comment. So here it is. Iowa's largest theme park, Adventureland theme park, is located just outside Des Moines, Iowa. In 1976, they built their first wooden roller coaster, which had what Iowa appropriate themed name? Is it A, the Cyclone, B, the Twister, C, the Zephyr, or D, the Pork Scratchins?
Ooh.
Throw in the chat A, B, C, D, vote now. The Iowa-themed roller coaster was named either the Cyclone, the Tornado, the Zephyr, or the Pork Scratchins.
I think it's a Twister because a Twister is what took Dorothy, and Iowa's probably close to Kansas.
Well, do you mean a Cyclone or a Tornado? Because there wasn't a Twister. Those were the two, or I mean a Zephyr, but I'm
Not a
assuming you
Zephyr.
meant Tornado or
Not
or
the Zephyr.
Not the Zephyr, but the Cyclone. Oh, so it's Cyclone, Tornado, Zephyr.
Zephyr or the Pork Scratchins.
It's Pork Scratchins. I think it's Pork Scratchins.
And that's the kind of absolute bigoted behavior that you would expect from people not from Iowa. We would never name a roller coaster the Pork Scratchins. We named it the Tornado, and before it opened, it was hit with a tornado.
That's the most shocking thing since this photo we got from Thingsfromthevoid with a hard Mountain Dew Baja Blast. The smaller one, it looks like.
Wow!
But we have
Cheers to
two
the free
Bajas
God.
blasting.
You know, it's not like we haven't been trying to get in touch with them for advertising opportunities.
Hello, Fool Aloof.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew for all my gay gamer
Mountain Dew
bros out there.
us. How hard is Mountain
No,
Dew?
the question was how is hard Mountain Dew, not how
How is
hard
it?
is Mountain Dew.
I have,
How hard is
I
hard
have
Mountain
one
Dew?
glass, I have two, I have three. You ask me how much I think it's good.
I know you're going blue because the Baja Blast is blue. Potatoes Molasses does not like it, but Thingsfromthevoid thinks it's fine. Well, I sense that the Missi Information Zone is
Potatoes.
acting up.
Scoots! Guys, my friend in real life, Scoots, just joined.
Hello, Scoots. Oh, but here, the first question is coming up now in 3, 2,
2,
1.
Bam, 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 bam. In the movie Clue, what is the most number of people killed in any of the 3 endings?
Not
Is
enough.
it 6, 7, 8, or 13?
Ooh, I hope
Definitely
it's
not enough.
13. That's when I hope. I have seen this
Clue.
movie. I do not remember it having 3 endings, and so I did not see 2 other endings.
Oh, it's fun watching all the endings.
The votes have come in. The correct answer is 7. 3 of you got that correct. The victims in the 3rd ending, which has the most, are the normal 6 victims from all of them: Mr. Body, the cook, the motorist, Yvette, the cop, and the singing telegram. And in the final ending, the real Mr. Body is also killed. However, there was a 4th ending that was written and filmed but never actually aired. Does anyone know who did it in the 4th ending? If you know the answer to that, put that in the chat now. And we'll answer that one in a little bit, because Fluval, I think we need to see a score update, correct?
Did you just eat more Fluvals?
No. I'm not washing a Fluval down with
Well, here's the rankings where Gummy Bart is in 1st, Missy Walker in 2nd, Scoots, your real life friend, in 3rd. Yes. Gummy Fluval has a goose egg on the board.
Floof, explain. I don't know how to read that comment.
Yeah, fool, if you gotta explain that. But
is it actually funny? In a novel
favorite movie. She once rented it during a summer and watched it 50 times in junior high.
Amazing.
Oh, that's a lot of times.
It's a lot of times.
It is a lot of times, but
but what?
It's on
the side of her face.
Infinite amount of times, which is the amount of times that Fluval replays that and Fluval's head every second.
It's the ending.
I know we're like in another trivia zone, so I just need to like establish some Fluval supremacy here.
It's the ending that ends with the gay character saying, "I'm going to go home and have sex with my wife."
That is the part. So here's the actual. So the 4th ending, there was an ending where it is revealed that Wadsworth, as the butler, did it. And he did it because he is obsessed with perfection. He wanted to have a perfect marriage, but his wife killed herself. He wanted to be the perfect boss or employee, but his boss blackmailed him and exploited him. So he instead decided to commit the perfect murder. So what does he tell everyone? He actually has poisoned all of the drinks that have been there this evening, and he runs around ripping all the telephone cords off the walls, locking all the doors, and leaves to escape. But they all realize that they aren't actually poisoned and break out with the conservatory. When they break out the conservatory, they say, "Where are the dogs that were here?" They're always around. Cut to Wadsworth driving away, thinking he got away with it, and the dog popping up behind him, the sound of a growl, and a cut to black.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my God. Justice! Canine justice. I'm here for that.
That was in one of the either a screenplay or copies of the book or something. They included that ending in it. So yes.
That's a good ending.
Yeah, we do need more things with varied endings.
Speaking of endings, oh no, I sense that's the end of question 1. Here comes question number 2.
What is the most landed on property in the board game Monopoly? Is it Illinois Avenue, Marvin's Gardens, Park Place, or St. Charles Place?
Well, we don't need any more St. Charles's. Imagine if the next Knives Out. I was going to ask how many Knives Out movies do you think before we get multiple endings?
Oh, only one person. This is what we call points carnage here in the information.
Points carnage.
The answer is Illinois Avenue, and the reason is it is proximity of Illinois Avenue to getting out of jail. It is within 14 spaces, so that is 2 dice rolls outside of jail. It is also cards that send you within the distance Illinois Avenue, such as sending you to St. Charles Place, sending you to the nearest railroad, or sending you to the nearest community chest, which makes you 7 spaces away, which is the most rolled dice number from Illinois Avenue on that side of the board, as well as a card that sends you to Illinois Avenue itself.
Well, you know what they say in real estate.
Amounts of suffering.
You know what they say in real estate. It's all about location, location, location.
Location.
And
Scoots! You can see my hands. I'm not
Scoots.
texting the answers. to
Going
anyone.
on up.
Scoots is the only one who got the answer correct.
Scoots, how did you know?
All of you,
Scoots,
you know what? All
tell
of you
us.
getting that wrong.
How
the
dare you continue to
suffering
consume Fluvals?
Tell your minions to get all the questions right, and you won't have to eat more.
You shouldn't. No one should eat anything,
Yeah, no, matter consumption.
let alone
ew,
little
gross.
mini me's.
Hey,
Like-
we have to eat to survive here.
Gross. No, you should live off of hate
Live
alone.
off
It's the
hate
perfect
and
road
vibes.
trip.
All right. I've seen your planet. I know that there are many groups of humans who seem to live off of hate alone.
Yeah, sure
And
are.
you can hate the correct things. Things from frivolous trivia shows on the internet.
Speaking of hate,
Yes.
I think we need to get to the next question.
Don't make it bad.
Suffer with, in the 7-minute long song, Hey Jude, how many minutes do they sing? Na, 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 Hey Jude. Is it 1 minute, 2 minutes,
shit.
3 minutes, or 4 minutes?
Oh my gosh. It's gotta be at least 2 minutes. At least 2 minutes, because they go fucking
The correct
on.
answer is 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
There is
Fucking
more.
kidding me.
Yeah.
More na 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 Hey Judes than there is song in Hey Jude. And it is one of my favorite facts. I went to confirm this with the question. Neil dropped it. And if you hit it at 3 minutes, you hear better, 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 better. Yeah. It's beautiful. So there is a higher ratio of that in there. And 3 people knew that. Congrats to those 3 who knew.
I famously do not fuck single walk run.
Famously. Reproduction. Ew. More third dimensional beings. No, couldn't be me.
Couldn't
Also-
be me, but
I
Oh,
got
yes,
my
let's-
Fluval mark here. That's what you all can get from Alice.deals.
Stunning.
yes.
That was how
And
we
I-
knew not to vaporize you
It's true.
on site. Yeah.
I was protected by that, similar to those in the movie The Apple are protected by the BIM mark, which listen to the premiere episode of Not a Hate Watch,
Yes.
featuring Forrest and Emily from Radio Free Multiverses.
Those interns.
Those are interns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reviewing The Apple with me and Alice. And again, spoiler, I've said this before in the promotion. 3 of us liked it. 1 of us did not.
That is a very accurate statement. Yes.
That it. Yes, I saw that tweet. That's very true. I love the recent tweet that was like, Beatles will have an album, the most pro song ever. And the next track would be like, I'm a hat man, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
I do what
true.
hat man
The Apple's a
do.
musical bootleg bar, correct.
Yes, the ones you also heard on the Bat Month.
I will spoil,
Yes.
we make beef. Oh, if you want to talk about beef,
Oh, there's some beef.
we got beef with Kubrick. We
Yes.
got beef with hippies. We got
Yeah.
beef with Jesus freaks.
We got a lot of beef.
Perhaps this episode was recorded during the Stanley Kubrick Blank Check series.
And now
Wow.
let's build some more beef toward me for people who hate my questions, who are simmering,
Yes.
wondering how they could have something more like this.
Missi Walk
Missi
Run in
Walk
first
Run.
place, Scoots in second.
Peter
A
Jackson.
very special
Get
ep in
Back.
third. Yeah, Peter Jackson did that documentary about the Beatles.
Oh, okay. Beef week. We do need more beef week.
The
to be
Beef
real.
Week.
Beef week is but once a year.
That's true. Things from the Void.
All
Jesus Freaks
others
and
we must
Hippies.
live in fear.
Jesus Freaks and Hippies are kind of a
For when
square
the beef
rectangle
man
thing.
does not come.
When my husband first heard the song Spirit in the Sky, I had to have a long talk with him about hippie Jesus because he just didn't realize it was a thing. And I'm like, no.
Oh.
You don't understand. This
It's
was a
such a
mainstream
thing.
song. It is about Jesus, and that's the whole point.
Yeah, it's such a thing. It's a thing just like our next.
Player limit reached? Excuse me?
Get outta here.
Do we have to update? How
I
many
thought
players can we
I
have?
gotta be honest. I thought there were very good odds that banner was just not gonna go away. And then for the whole
Weird.
thing, we just have that red banner intruding on our game of trivia.
Kahoot is just like, Kahoot is squeezing in. Look, they're on the contraction portion of their life cycle as a company.
Time to go back to crowd purr where they just don't add up the points correctly.
Friends, I hope you are all enjoying this small teaser for late stage capitalism. Who will survive? Please watch it. And advertisers, please advertise on it. We promise. We promise it's going to go really well. It will not end this season. We promise. We promise.
I should believe it's for capitalism.
What do you think this is? PBS?
Which of the following are names of henchmen from PBS's Where in the World's Carmen San Diego? Our first multi-select madness questions. There are 3 correct answers, 1 incorrect. Select one of the correct ones and you will not be punished. Is it Patty Larceny, Serenade, Jacqueline Hyde, or Nimoy? That gift is, of course, from the Fox TV series Where on Earth is Carmen San Diego, where Carmen San Diego was played by Rita Morano.
Yes, this is, you passed that test.
What do you mean I passed this test? Carmen San Diego is my favorite character in fiction. Of course I know Rita. Oh, I love Carmen San Diego. You do not. Yeah, we'll talk about this.
Tell me about this.
And I we'll talk tea sometime.
I mean, it's so close to a trivia game that I can't help but like it. And
is it about her incredible hat? Bold. She makes me want a trench coat.
You know, honestly, maybe.
Google Forms quizzes, right? Kahoot is bringing a form of suffering that should not be placed upon us, the 5th dimension. Well, Fluval's the 5th dimensional being.
Lena, I don't know if I can see who wins.
Oh my gosh, Nimoy is real? I thought Nimoy had to be pick one. I thought Nimoy had
Nimoy is real.
4 of you selected the wrong answer. Jacqueline Hyde was not from Where in the World's Carmen San Diego. She was from Where in Time is Carmen San Diego.
And I sense that after the leaderboard, we'll get to look at these great hench beings.
Missy, Missy, you know Chief from Comedy Bang, of course. I do, because the first episode I heard that, I hurt from laughing because I knew exactly the reference. And when Scott and John were trying to figure out who Chief is, I was dying at them not knowing, because I'm like, this character, this whole segment was made for me and only me. And
sounds like you're a real gumshoe.
Gumshoe. The only reason I never made it on that show was that I was too young to audition. And then by the time I could, it was off the air. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, you had gum on your shoes. You were trying to get there.
I got so mad my hat disappeared.
Wow.
You had gummy shoes. Gummy shoes.
Eruptile dysfunction.
I'm not a reptile.
No, like erupt, like you erupted with anger.
Missy Walk Run hasn't had any dysfunction. They're in first place, while Scoots is in second, Gummy Bart in third, Foolaloof in fourth, in a very special episode in fifth.
That sounds amazing.
Player limit continues to have been reached.
What is
from the Isle of Kahoot?
Yeah, 20.
The player limit has been reached.
Yeah.
That is so unfair. That's not that many.
Here's the hench people from Where in the World is Carmen San Diego: Contessa, Double Trouble, Patty Larceny, Vic the Slick, Eartha Brute.
Oh.
Eartha Brute.
I really like Nimoy.
Serenade and Top Grunge. I like Top Grunge.
Top Grunge.
Not pictured is the character of Robo Crook.
That's my favorite then.
Josh doesn't remember these. Good. Suffer.
Do you remember Jacqueline Hyde?
Ooh.
As investigated by the Acme Time Net.
Look at that hairdo. My God. You did have to time travel for that.
You sure did. And Renos.
Wow.
Rockapella didn't make the journey into time, correct?
No, they did not. It was a different theme. It was Where in Time is Carmen San Diego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen San Diego. We're on case and we're chasing her through history.
Incredible.
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
That show has been off the air for like 25 years, and I still remember that.
Yeah.
I just love that Kahoot has actually just given new ways for people to like intrude upon the game.
Yes, they have.
Like, it's just perfect. Like, they thought they were taking something away from us. Instead, they just gave us like the free channel points.
It's added so much. Well, why don't we? Since we're moving on to question 5.
Friendship from Greece.
The
Yes.
classic Sesame Street sequence pinball number count was sung by what musical group? You know, the song that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I don't know that song.
Oh boy.
Is that a human?
Oh yes, is it Sister
It's
Sledge, the
Sesame
Pointer
Street.
Sisters, the Andrews Sisters, or the Braxtons Sisters?
Oh. Ooh, Democracy Manifest guy. What's the Democracy Manifest guy?
Was he the one?
That's something.
Is he the one that was outside getting arrested
Trying.
trying to order a succulent Chinese meal? Or is that a different person?
No, I think that's him.
How dare you touch my penis? This is a succulent Chinese meal I ordered. Something like that. People who don't know this are going to think we just lost our mind, but that is an actual reference to a guy getting arrested. Someone said yes.
Some people say capitalism, all bad. I say capitalism, incredible for fifth dimensional.
And here we go. Most of you
TV
did get it
shows.
correct. That is the Pointer Sisters.
That is the Pointer Sisters. But I see. I'm getting outside of this information zone briefly.
Fluval, are we looking at the? Oh, I want to look at all the different trail games.
You just assured me that I could speak.
This is what you were referencing, correct?
Not assuring anything.
Yeah.
Look, I'm under what?
Yes, it's the Mind Palace.
This is Democracy
Manifest.
Oh,
Look
okay.
at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
I like the lecture about the headlock, though.
What is the charge? Eating a meal?
I can never order a Chinese meal anymore. I have to order a succulent
that's
Chinese
nice
meal.
headlock stuff.
He's a thief. Yes, you did not have to tell me he's a theater actor. Was
I
Worldwide.
see that you know your
He is
judo.
projecting to the back of the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
He's not in
And you,
Sydney.
sir,
He's
are you
projecting
waiting
to the back
receive
of the
my limp
top.
penis? How dare you?
I have heard this before. I have seen this before. All I remembered was that, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
That's my grind. That's my grinder. Pro.
That isn't a thing that really occurred, correct?
No, that happened. That was a
That's
real thing that happened.
fictional?
Oh, that was real.
No,
That's
Emma,
not
we're
fictional?
kaleidoscope
Are you
calypso.
playing
It's not.
There's an entire
that's a real
Wikipedia
arrest.
page about it, or at least there's a part of my Mind Palace that looks like it.
Right. Yes.
Oh my god!
It was
Surrounded
the
by
famous
God.
Australian meme.
Yep.
I mean, I thought it was a fictional thing. I thought that they were acting.
Oh wow, he hadn't even done anything.
No.
They did really fuck up. That was Democracy Manifest.
That was democracy. That was Democracy Manifest.
It is. Yo, except that we would like more humans for the last part of late stage capitalism who will survive.
That's
We're not
true.
going to end this season. That would be really bad.
Thanks for the void pointing out we did just watch it. Oh, thank you, Team Dark Blue, for following us
Welcome, Team Dark Blue.
and thus becoming a little better than other lowly humans.
Yes. $2 for Fluval's Mind. Ooh. Your currency, your lowly third dimensional currency is meaningless to us. So that you might as well be offering the most currency that can be offered. That's what I mean, I can't even tell.
By the way, if you can't make out the sound that has been getting requested, it has corn. It's awesome.
It has corn?
Team Dark Blue, you may not know this, but you just slandered me by playing that fart.
Sorry, no, Fluval, that was me. That's from eating all of these little multi-dimensional fish offsprings. I got. Sorry.
Potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Play Unlimited Reach, upgrade now. This is Democracy Made Manifest.
So on
touching my succulent hair limit.
So on the real Earth, Earth, late stage capitalism, who will survive Earth.
Wait. What do you mean the real Earth?
Late stage capitalism, who will survive? That's the one.
Are you implying I'm not real?
No, you're real. You're outside of time and space. I'm talking about the planet all our viewers are on. There was a group of people called the Cathars, right? Oh. They were the first group of people that like early Catholics were like, we should really like Inquisition this shit. And they believed that fish did not reproduce, that they just appeared.
Yeah, that's correct.
In the waters. That's actually the correct thing. That's why the Inquisition happened. That's how we know that they were wrong. It's because they were killing Cathars and Cathars were correct. It's not because of the other.
Oh, yeah. Bryson was the potatoes guy on the Day of the Tentacle stream.
Potatoes.
Hoo-hee, ha-ha-ha.
No, late-stage capitalism. Who will
Yes,
survive?
It looks like Missy has a question. Missy.
Thank you very much. It's more of a comment. Did you know that the Pope declared that beaver is a fish for Lent, so that people were allowed to eat beaver if they wanted to?
Beaver
Lent.
are fish.
And that was the day the Pope became DJ Khaled's arch nemesis.
Thank you very much, Fluval. I appreciate you were ready for the layup there.
And I'm also ready for our next question.
Here it comes. You should have known a question was going to be coming on this show. What is the first film task shown on the television comedy game show Taskmaster? Empty the bathtub, eat as much watermelon as possible, paint the best picture of a horse whilst riding a horse, or get the potato in the red, golf green.
Fish are not meat, they're fifth dimensional.
Well, some fish.
Most.
Do you know there's no such thing as a fish?
Oh, really? Tell me.
Yeah, biologically, fish means nothing.
Oh, yeah, like the word cult. It's a word that means nothing.
It's just they have no argument against you.
It's just what people say when they have no argument against you. And anyone who tells you that is definitely someone you should follow.
Thank you for following us, Preppy Salsa 27.
Welcome, Preppy Salsa Potato.
We've gotten 2 new subscriptions.
Yes, we've got 2 new follows today. Thank you for following us.
It must be a bit of that Missi magic.
The Missi magic more often. We need to sail through these interdimensional vibes
again
more often.
And we will look into how we can make it so more people can join for our next episode. It does look like
what dirty thing
there's Cyber Week deals.
What dirty thing did one BBB?
Missy will sponsor trivia for Fluval.
We want them to suffer.
It's a monthly fee, so it might be more of a Patreon goal.
This is the day that not watching Taskmaster bit you in the ass. But wait a minute. I think there might be a way we can help them not watch Taskmaster. Isn't that right, Fluval?
Yes, but first we will go to our leaderboard. Where Avery Special App is in third place. Gummy Barton fourth. Asfadson.Jazz has a streak with 3 correct answers in a row and is now on the board.
And he was worried he would get none of them correct.
A Missy winning seems.
So a small sample of the first task.
Yes, a small sample.
Fluval, where do you?
Not all of them involve the shoving of things into your mouth. That
was too much matter consumption, so I walked away for a bit.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I was still just shouting out from the sidelines. That's what happens when you eat matter.
Yeah, not for those individuals. Emetophobes, which is a phobe of when matter is regurgitated.
Yeah, it's an extreme fear of regurgitating matter.
How do you pick a winner? Well, I think it's because, like, how much of this watermelon?
How much watermelon did you eat? Yeah.
Were you able to?
They weighed what was left.
So what happens is they weighed what was left, and one of the contestants, Tim, the one that's in that little thumbnail right there that we can see, ate some watermelon after the task was done. And the other question, was he cheating?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, he was.
That's what that is.
Yeah, he was. Well, the fact that he winked at the camera didn't help either.
No. No, sassy winks tend to be a little bit of a giveaway that you're up to something. You might be a little bit of a stinker.
Yeah, wouldn't the rinds have been like the heavier part?
Speaking of little stinker, I got another question for all of y'all. Which of the following characters are characters that Alice met in the original story, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland? Is it Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the Dodo Bird, the Hookah-Smoking Caterpillar, or the Jabberwock?
Alice.
The
We need the
original
answers.
story of Alice in Wonderland.
And this is, of course, Alice.Deals.
Right. This is when Alice.Deals went to Wonderland.
Yes.
Alice.Deals went to Wonderland, and she found many things. She found some fluvels flying around, I'm sure.
Now, Wonderland's lousy with fluvels.
I
know you have to go ask
know
Alice when she's 10 foot tall.
Oh, of course. That's the perfect time to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I know the answer to this one because I've been to Alice.Deals.
Alice.Deals.
When Vamps.
When Vamps, indeed. You can also buy a nice When Vamps shirt at Alice.Deals.
Gotta get those answers in. 3,
Yes.
1. The correct answers are the Dodo Bird and the Hookah-Smoking Caterpillar. Tweedledee and Tweedledum and the Jabberwock are both from Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Pretty tricksy, Missy.
Pretty tricksy.
Blame Disney for putting Tweedledee and Tweedledum in the Disney cartoon.
I will blame Walt. I will always blame Walt. But now we know who to blame in our leaderboard. As Gummy Bart and AskFatson.Jazz rocket up a place to third and fourth.
The two most worried about getting none right. It's so fantastic to turn around. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And Multi-BC is the highest climber up 3 places.
Which redact on it can be right now.
I can guarantee you, no matter what the qualifier, I'm the highest at anything around here. Next question.
Twas Brillig and the slide.
A drafted speech for President Nixon was discovered in case which of the following events ended poorly? His visit to China with Mao Zedong, the Apollo 11 landing of Armstrong and Aldrin, not receiving a pardon from Ford after Watergate, or the opening of the Disneyland monorail with Walt Disney.
I'm glad it wasn't because of his voyage on Bay Area Rapid Transit.
It is?
No, Bart, no.
No, it wasn't his BART trip because he was one of the early passengers on BART as well.
I believe that Bart Simpson is a menace to society. Saying eat my shorts is a disrespect to my parents.
I believe he did do it.
I am
What?
not a
Which
Simpson.
one? Do you know the answer,
I do.
Fluval?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to
Yeah,
this
we've
one.
talked about it on...
We talked about it on We Are Trash People.
We did?
Yeah.
We did.
Oh, we did.
This was an Easter egg for people who
Yes,
have
this has
listened
come
to
up
my
on We Are
talkings.
Trash People before.
It has.
Was he the person who was punched by Buzz Aldrin?
No.
Most of you got it correct. It was the Apollo 11 landing of Armstrong and Aldrin. And in fact, Fluval,
Oh.
after the scores, I think we have something for the people to see.
We sure do. But Gummy Bart.
Ooh,
First one.
Oh, wow. Gummy Bart bouncing up to first. Missy Walk Run in second. AskFatson.Jazz is on fire with a streak of 5 correct answers in a row.
Bootleg Bart, yes, you can actually see the opening of the monorail on YouTube. I have watched the opening of the monorail ceremony.
Wow.
I'm not
And fun fact-
surprised.
And Nixon was there?
Yeah.
Fun fact, Richard Nixon, one of the few times he was never with Secret Service security, is on the monorail because it started without them on it and they couldn't get on in time. So he started running the monorail with Nixon and no Secret Service attendants.
Yeah, he was vice president at the time.
Right?
And Nixon and Disney had a history
Yeah.
too.
That was pretty
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Like Nixon presented Lillian Bounds with a medal,
Yes.
like a Walt Disney medal.
Yes.
There's a lot there between Nixon and Walt.
Oh goodness. In that world too.
Yes.
So I'm
Lillian
curious,
Bounds.
you have some magic powers within you. Can you take us to a multiverse where Nixon maybe had to give that speech?
I sure can. That's great, Wizworld.
My fellow Americans. Fate has ordained that the men who went to the moon to explore in peace will stay on the moon to rest in peace.
He'd use the den.
Wow.
Yeah.
For every human being who looks up at the moon in the nights to come will know that there is some corner of another world that is forever mankind.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they had died on the moon, we would have had the soft, soothing voices of Richard Nixon to take the nation on comfort.
Wow.
I know a lot of humans say that when they hear Dick Nixon speak, it's like being tucked in at night by a loving parent.
And also, they don't know about those other bodies on the moon.
Oh,
I love you, and you will always be my kind, dear. I love
you're
you.
my special little guy.
Hello, this is Richard Nixon saying, you are related to me, and therefore we have kinship. Good
You
night.
are my progeny. Slumber progeny, but not now because we have another question coming right
Oh
up.
my word! Which of the following are Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy sequels in the increasingly inaccurate trilogy? Is it So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul, Life, the Universe and Everything, or The Restaurant at the End of the Universe?
Yes, lock in your answers about which of these are, well, which one of them is a real sequel to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh,
Wait, Fluval,
yeah,
you effed it
an
up.
intern misentered it.
Yep. So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. And wait, no.
All of them except The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul are
Restaurant at
correct
the End of the
answers.
Universe is correct.
Yes. That should have been correct. And
See?
that was a little bit of suffering added to the trivia.
Suffering. Just for you. Just a little suffering. As a treat.
That one is not on Missy. Missy did not put that incorrectly in the sheet. So just
No, that is not on Missy.
That is on that intern.
That is on the. That is not Missy. That is not on Missy. It is marked correctly in the answers Missy provided. An intern misentered it.
Let's be real. The reason I put it on there is I want to talk about The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul. It is not a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy sequel. No, but it is a sequel to the Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. Yes. The other series written by Douglas Adams and happens to be, what's this? What's this? We got options here.
No edit. There's no edit. There's no corrections. Crowdper had corrections. I'm just saying is all.
There was a show apparently with
so the show
Lord
was
of the Rings.
The show was
with the Dark Lord Sauron.
The show was interesting for what it is. I did like it. Mm-hmm. It's not the Dirk Gently from the books. Yes, and fuck Max Land. That you got to the punchline. I was going to say, and the problem is I can't support it now because fuck Max Landis. Apart from fuck John Landis.
Yeah. Fuck also so many Landises.
But Dirk Gently is the sequel, The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul is Missy's favorite book. I don't know how to describe how I love it, but it is a book about if all of the gods that we thought existed actually existed and continue to exist even after we stopped believing in them. And it's done in that Douglas Adams style of way. So it is, Missy's favorite book. And I would encourage you, read both of the Dirk Gently books, but especially Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul.
Very fun.
Douglas Adams was a big turning point in Missy's life in terms of humor. So yeah, at A-Lab, all Landises are bad. True.
This is very true. Tempted just to have the multi-select.
Yeah. Well, no, we still wouldn't have the multi-select. It's just if we don't have it anyway.
We'll need another intern to actually calculate all the points.
But you know what? Honestly, you know what? Here's the thing is, the controversy
decapitated the children.
I'm glad that happened because you know what? All of you picked the obvious sequel. None of you tried and actually picked one of the harder ones to do. So you know what? You deserve this.
Missy,
you earned this. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my mouth. You earned your no points for being basic bitches and giving the obvious answer. If you had tried to be clever just a little bit and done the third, or fourth book, then yeah, guess what? You would have gotten points. But no, you had to be obvious. And obviously, you're now getting 0 points.
We would just like to clarify that Missy is glad this trivia snafu happened, not that John Landis killed children.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Wait, you talking about that? I wasn't listening when I heard that.
Literally, Missy, I had literally just pulled up Crazy That He Blew Up Children, and you said, I'm glad that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were like, okay.
What happens when you have ADHD and skills?
And hard Mountain Dew.
I'm not the lack of points.
Let's see the lack of points in action. As Aspats and Jazz, Scoots, and Gummy Bart are now in first, second, and third place.
So let's see.
So now,
Please don't ruin my life by snipping and clipping that. Just kidding. Who cares?
that's right.
Oh, true.
Yeah, true.
Ba-ba-ba-bow.
Oh, you mean. But now let's go to question number 10.
The last question. In the Drop Dead Fred episode of How Did This Get Made, which two people were on Team Sanity? Was it Paul Scheer, June Diane Raphael, Jason Mantzoukas, or Casey Wilson?
And hopefully this one has the answers entered correctly.
Yeah.
Missy brought a paper towel because she knew that she might spill something.
Ooh.
Seen here is Drop Dead
Can
Fred,
Missy
by the way.
reiterate fuck John Landis, by the way? I really do want to make sure I'm clear fuck John Landis.
Oh, no, it's very clear.
I know. You know that I know, but like,
But no, you got to make it clear that fuck John Landis.
yeah.
Foolaloof lost a little sanity reading this question.
What is Drop Dead Fred?
It's a movie
Okay.
shot on film
Okay.
in the 20th century.
Why is this human in this clip from said movie?
Yeah, how did it get made?
And we have some correct answers here.
Ooh.
Paul Scheer and Casey Wilson were on Team Sanity.
Casey.
June Diane Raphael and Jason Mantzoukas were on Team Fred. The divide came from Paul and Casey thinking the movie was gross and disgusting, and June and Jason thinking that it was a revolutionary story about a child trying to discover themselves. And I put the question on here because it's one of my favorite podcast episodes ever, and also because I'm also Team Sanity. That movie was gross and weird, and I hated it.
It's also a fair guess to be like, I bet that the hosts of the show are involved in this.
Well, Casey Wilson was also one of the guest hosts, so she also was Team Sanity. Yes,
but not the like regular, weekly hosts is what I meant.
I also thought this with you. I too was very confused.
No. It's how did this get made?
I was like, so what did they experiment with? The squishing a guy's face? Like, what's going on?
Well, let's see who's still on Team Sanity after they see the leaderboard. Jas sure is with 7 correct answers in a row. Jas has only missed 3.
Ooh.
Well, there we go. That's been 10 questions.
Surely
that's
the
right amount
it. We'll see
trivia,
who the
right?
winner was.
Yeah, let's go to the podium.
And
what?
What is this?
What's happening?
Oh, that's right. In order to get out on the correct exit, you must answer me these questions 5 about Iowa and Iowa-related trivia in order to get out of here alive.
Let's go. Let's get started with our journey out of this place.
Oh my God.
Which of the following historical events took place in Iowa? 1. Jimmy Carter places second to uncommitted in the Iowa caucuses. Ozzy Osbourne bites the head off a live bat. The Day the Music Died, when Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper died in a plane crash, or Missi Information / Michael is born.
Oh, lock in your Iowa answers.
Iowa answers. I don't see corn up there.
Corn is not up there.
That is a stereotype we will accept.
But it does have the juice.
A lot of corn.
It's got the juice.
It's got the juice.
I can't imagine a more beautiful thing.
I can't either. I'm getting the sense that Missi is a big fan of 1970s presidents, says Liz World Live.
I wonder.
Interesting. Is it a trend? Is it will it
or
continue?
Is it a fake out?
Maybe. It could be a tricksy fake out from Missi. But let's find out. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Oh my gosh, the bat thing happened there too?
Yeah.
The bat happened at Veterans Memorial Auditorium in Des Moines when Ozzy Osbourne was handed a bat by a person in the audience, mistaking it for a fake bat.
Why did someone hand him a live bat? Who was holding a live bat?
I believe one of his roadies.
It was a fan from the audience, if I remember correctly. And that's why he was just handed it. He thought it was a prop. He bit the head off, not thinking any different of it. And Scoots, with the correct answer, Missi was born in Portland, Oregon.
Oh.
But yes, the Day the Music Died, yes, the plane crash happened outside of Clear Lake, Iowa, and the Surf Ballroom there, which is still a venue that is preserved and performs in. And Weird Al had a concert out of there on his tour. And yes, the Iowa caucuses came to be because the unknown peanut farmer governor, Jimmy Carter, placed second in the Iowa caucuses to uncommitted in the 1976 Iowa caucuses.
Wow. That's really interesting.
It is.
How did Ozzy not get massive rabies from that? Great question, Lena.
Because he already had massive rabies earlier in life and killed it with all the alcohol in his system.
Yeah, and then they made Jimmy Carter get rid of his peanut farms.
He voluntarily gave it up as well.
True. But you don't have to get rid of your peanut farms to go to the leaderboard. Where Ass Fats and Jazz's streak continues, but multi-BC. The cheeseburger is really being the bread of this leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
But why don't we move on to question 12 and continue our journey out of this misinformation zone?
To escape the planet of Iowa, you must answer which of the following paintings can you find at the Des Moines Art Center? Is it Edward Hopper's Automat, Francis Bacon's Study of Pope Innocent X, Georgia O'Keeffe's From the Lake No.1, or Roy Lichtenstein's The Great Pyramid?
Even if any of this art is here, I still don't want to be stuck on planet Iowa.
True.
Must get back to outer space outside of time. And
too much corn.
It has too much juice.
Can I say I like this? This is a Mountain Dew's Dew tour in Des Moines.
Is Mountain Dew
Also, do you know what that is?
Des Moines?
That is from. I can tell you what that is. That is a skate tour that came to Des Moines because we have built the largest outdoor skate park in the United States. And we hosted the first ever Olympics qualifying round for skateboarding in Iowa. Or at least the US. Guess what? This is a freebie. All of them are at the Des Moines Art Center.
And after the leaderboard, we're going to take a look at this art.
Wow.
Gummy potatoes. Congratulations.
So Missi is a big fan of art and painting, and her love of art started thanks to especially the Des Moines Art Center. So this is the first painting we have here. This is Hopper's Automat. This is probably one of his most known paintings. It has been on the cover of Time, as well as a postage stamp. And some of the interesting things you'll notice about Automat, Hopper painted contemporary urban settings with a bit of mystery mixed within them. So some of the things about Automat you might see is the fact that she's wearing only one glove on her hand and doesn't have the other one. There is a saucer there by herself, but she has no guests with her. Where does the outside go to? There are lights, but we don't see a destination. Where are the other not passengers? Where are the other patrons within here? It's named Automat, but we don't actually get to see it, nor does she have a meal. Does that mean she's waiting for someone to take it from here? It's that sort of wonderful things here. And yes, this is an original on there. It is all of these works are the original works from these artists that are featured here in Des Moines Art Center. So we can get to the next one. This is Bacon's Study of Pope Innocent X.
Love that.
So cool. So
This
suffering.
is one of, and depending upon what source you read, is one of, if not the inspiration for the Joker's makeup in The Dark Knight.
Oh, incredible.
Oh.
I totally see it.
Studies of Pope Innocent, and specifically this picture on here. So yeah, it's a little bragging right, but I love it. Oh my God, seeing it in person, it's unsettling and wild. It's great.
Is this the Beaver Pope?
Let's say yes, for the sake of the multiverse, it is him.
Is this a modern
next
guy
one.
named Francis Bacon?
Yes, this is I believe 1900s. Like he was alive in the 50s, I believe, sometime around there, maybe a little bit earlier. But
So
yeah,
Sir Francis Bacon.
Confused.
modern guy named Francis,
was.
an Irish painter.
Yeah, it's new Bacon, not
New
Bacon
Bacon.
Classic.
Less surprising.
This is George O'Keefe's From the Lake #1. This is one of my favorite paintings. It's just simply the color and the shape of it. It's a classic O'Keefe, as well as it is just the use of color is rather good.
Magnificent.
Yeah.
And the last one,
good.
I'm a big fan of Liechtenstein.
Ooh, me too.
So this does not give you the sense of scale. This covers an entire wall of a giant atrium. This is probably a 20 by 10 painting. I don't know the dimensions, but it's like huge.
Now that's what I call a great pyramid.
Yeah. Big fan of Liechtenstein on here. But yes, just a fun little freebie question. Everyone gets points.
Incredible.
So we're continuing our flight away from planet Iowa.
Some Iowa information from you to get you out of here. It's not all about trying to get it right. It's sometimes about learning.
Only sometimes.
Only
Mostly
sometimes.
about suffering.
Which of the following roles were played by Iowans?
Ooh.
That gal who played Frau Brucker in Young Frankenstein. That dude, Jesse from Dude, Where's My Car? That guy who painted American Gothic, or that announcer from Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show.
Iowans, get your answers in now.
We're preferring Roy Luxemburg.
All right.
Also, yeah, that is where Nixon is. In the pyramid.
Roy Luxemburg over Ray Liechtenstein.
I don't get it.
Sounds
It does sound really funny.
I get it.
What does it mean? Yo, yeah.
He'd tussle Satan's hair as soon as he got there.
Fucking.
But get your answers in. You have 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guess what? It's all of them again.
All of the above once again.
That gal who played Frau Brucker is Cloris Leachman, who lived in Des Moines and had shows at the Des Moines Playhouse, which is where Missy did her first play in 2012.
Oh.
That dude, Jesse from Dude, Where's My Car, is Aston Kutcher, who is from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
The famed venture capitalist?
Yes, and whose wife, Miley Kunis, literally made the newspapers here when she said, one of my favorite foods is gas station pizza from Iowa. And we all knew what she meant. I'm not going to tell you which gas station it was. Not yet.
Not yet.
That guy who painted American Gothic, that's Grant Wood, who is from Eldona, who's from Iowa. And the painting of American Gothic is from the American Gothic house, which is in Eldona, Iowa, which Missy has driven up to. And it's literally in the middle of like a residential neighborhood surrounded by houses. It's really funny. It's like so inauspicious, but it's great. And the final one, Steve Higgins was from Des Moines, Iowa, as well as all of his brothers. And they had the Higgins brothers comedy troupe, which ended up pairing with David Gruber Allen, and they became a comedy troupe, which led to their comedy success and Steve Higgins eventually becoming Jimmy Fallon's announcer.
Oh.
Dave and Buster's Allen.
This is the American Gothic house.
And I have been to that house.
It is
And
auspicious.
the Gothic of American Gothic. Will you take Fluval, can you put that picture back up?
Yeah.
The Gothic of American Gothic is that arched window on the second floor.
Ooh.
That is a Gothic style window, and that is the titular Gothic of American Gothic.
Interesting. I thought it was their soundtrack.
Yeah.
No, not quite. Fluval, I'm running low on fishing.
Why are you still eating those?
Because they keep coming, so you better end this trivia round.
Here we go. The scoreboard. And then the next question.
Which of the following are real locations in Iowa? Balltown, Sac City, Long Dick Creek, or What Cheer?
I like What Cheer.
I like
this.
A town that's
Sac
what's suffering.
City.
Sac City is pretty great. That does just sound like something
And
like
this is a gift of
Sacramento.
Iowa caucus winner Pete Buttigieg riding the giant slide down. Guess what? All
They're
of
all
these are
real.
locations. Balltown, Iowa, Sac City, Iowa, Long Dick Creek, Iowa, and What Cheer, Iowa.
Are any of these near White Breast, Correctionville, or Cummings?
Those were the honorable mentions within here.
Incredible. Incredible.
Cummings, Iowa is on a bike trail that I can go to, and there's a Cummings tap that is located there as well.
I like Correctionville.
Correctionsville is pretty great. But speaking of Cummings, Fluval, I think there's one question left, correct?
There's one question left, but we're first looking at the leaderboard where
Here it comes. I'm going to warn you all. There's no freebies left. This one has actual answers.
It does. It sure does.
These are true answers.
Yes.
And you're not ready for this last Iowa question.
You're really not.
Evening.
Here we go.
Which of the following are legitimate gas stations that are headquartered in Des Moines, Iowa? Come and go,
Oh my.
get and go, top and go, ejaculate and evacuate.
Pick one of the answers that's real and an actual gas station headquartered in Des Moines.
Wow.
Wow, you did. Everyone got it right.
How did you know?
Because they've seen, of course, a come and go.
I have a Come and Gay Rights t-shirt, or not Come and Gay Rights t-shirt. I have a Come and Gay Rights tank top that I put on.
Oh,
God.
that's a good tank top.
The wheelhouse.
Just Come and Go
Oh my
is
God.
one of our gas stations. Get and Go is, of course, famous in Iowa for being the most frequently robbed gas stations in our area.
Oh,
So which of these
goodness.
was the one that Mila Kunis liked the pizza from?
Neither.
Oh.
She preferred
She liked to
Casey's.
ejaculate and evacuate pizza?
Yes, she did. No, Casey's General Store, which is not a funny penis-themed name, so I can't include it on this one. But Casey's General Store, she enjoyed their breakfast pizza, which the gas station wars in Iowa, which were started by Casey's, which led to all of our gas stations becoming incredibly amazing, like oases. Like, people talk about Wawa in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
And when I went to Wawa in Pennsylvania, I was unimpressed because we already had Come and Go and Casey's and all these places like build themselves up here in Iowa. And so, yeah, I go every morning down to my local Come and Go and I get myself a breakfast sandwich from there.
Ooh.
I don't know what that fuck you is for, but like I
It's because you badmouthed Wawa.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
I thought it was jealousy.
No, it was bad mouthing Wawa, and it just
Literally, I was like, what is this? This is a limp ass like submarine sandwich. I can get better hot food at my local like come and go that I like. What is this? Like,
there's no such thing as good food. Everyone should live off of hate and vibes.
it was
Suffering vibes.
Suffering vibes, yeah.
Yes.
Are you waiting to receive my
It's glorious. Glorious.
Oh, that is glorious.
But Fluval, I believe we have a matter of a score to send
Yes.
out the series of
That was
prize.
our final question.
You survived the Iowa Gauntlet.
In third place, it's Scoots.
Scoots!
In second place, it is Missi Walk Run.
Missi
And in
Walk
first place,
Run.
it is none other than Ass Fats and Dot Gas. In fourth place, Gummy Fluval. And in fifth, Multi BC. Jas,
Burger King.
you are the Burger King, and we have your address. So when we get away from planet Iowa, we will send you your special prize.
Blow me up, Daddy Fluval.
Yes, there's a prize we all get. Goodbye, planet Iowa. That's right.
Amazing.
Jas got 11111.
That's your angel number.
Incredible statistic.
Make a wish.
One.
That's right, Jas. You got a numbers station. Congratulations.
Oh, don't worry. It will be very special.
Master Fluval,
What?
thank you for the honor of blowing up my planet and for gracing me with the presence on the information superhighway. I am eternally grateful.
We're eternally
Thank you for
grateful to
joining us,
destroy
Missy,
you.
for this very special episode of Grand Trivia. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode of Grand Trivia with a theme
Vamps
that will
when?
be announced
Vamps
this
when?
week. Vamps when? I'll tell you when, Vamps. You know when, Vamps?
When?
When Vamps is, of course,
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away.